indeed, and it's now time for people helping people. You know, I find sometimes when we're having too much fun, the time just keeps going faster and faster, you know, and I'm not sure if I enjoy that. But it's all good when we having good, clean fun in the name of Jesus, of course, and we're lifting up others together. It's now time for people helping people, and this morning it's entitled Shackles of Deception. Shackles of Deception, Part 1. And it sounds like a, you know, it sounds like a suspense movie, right, Candace? Yes. And we have with us this morning a Tobagonian young lady by the name of Dr. Stacy Murray. Come a little closer to the mic for me, Stacy. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and good morning, Tobago.
Lovely. It's wonderful to have you here. So, Stacy, Dr. Stacy Murray is the author of this book, Shackles of Deception. And we're going to talk about it this morning. It says, from Egypt to the Promised Land.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys take it away. I just want to hear about this. And I want to invite all our listeners, of course, call your friends, call your family, call someone that needs to hear about this true story depicting of a journey from a life of bondage and tears to one of joy, peace, and freedom in Jesus Christ. Somebody needs to hear this morning. So give them a call and let them know that they need to log on to pulse89.5.com or Pulse 89.5 on the radio frequency. It's now time for people helping people. So,
yes, Dr. Sharon, thank you so much for joining with us today.
Yes.
So I had the privilege, the great privilege of reading this awesome book. And I must say that it has been an inspiration. But what motivated you to write this book?
Okay, first I have to let the public know I'm a very private person, and so discussing anything personal is nothing that would be on my scale. So what I did first initially is I started writing in journals, you know, documenting the incidences, because you know sometimes when you look back it seems so unreal, so you want it on paper so that when you're looking back you said, yes, this in truth did happen. And one day I remembered I was really feeling down, and I picked up my journal and I started going through all the entries. And then I said, you know, my own journal was actually helping me and empowering me to be a better person. And if it can do that for me, imagine what it can do for other persons. And this is where the motivation came to start writing this book.
Right. Excellent. So it's definitely a true story. Well, because, so you're not personal anymore, we're going to share the story this morning.
It's in the book, so now I can share it.
So we're going to talk about that this morning. You know, let's take a little insight into the book. You know, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
Tell us about your practice.
Okay, well, I'm a doctor of behavioral health. Just recently got my doctorate degree. I'm not practicing per se as yet, but I'm giving back in different ways, because I do lecture at the various institutions across Tobago. That is UWI, Coastal, and as well University of the Southern Caribbean. So I do give back in that regard. I'm a registered mental nurse by profession, so I do deal with the mentally ill patients. So I do counseling there in terms of rehabilitation to mental health. So that is where my field lies.
So was it after you wrote the book you did all of this, or was it because of this you just had this passion within?
Right, yes. The book came as what I said, consequence of all the things that happened to me.
Right.
Yes. So the book was just to end it. We call it the epitome of all my life experiences. That's why the book came out. But it helped me actually, my experience, not the book, but my experience helped me to,
and by writing it,
to go through all these things, achieve all the other skills that I would have achieved because of the experiences.
Right. So where do we start with this book? I want to hear about, I mean, the title, Shackles of Deception. Tell me about that.
Well, that title, actually, the title I wanted to give the book was From Egypt to the Promised Land, because as I said, the experience I was feeling, I felt as if I was in Egypt. I felt I was in bondage.
Right.
And when I left, I felt free, and so I titled it initially because the subtitle is From Egypt to the Promised Land.
Yes.
However, when I contacted my publisher, he thought that that title wasn't selling enough. You know, you wanted to attract the public. So he told me to see if I can find a title that can capture the public. And so I went and I just given this personal testimony. I prayed the night and I said, Lord, I need a title for this book because it's really not about me, it's about you. So I want you to give me a title, an appropriate title that will be able to, you know, as people see it, they must be able to touch to pick it up and want to read it. And as soon as I closed my eye, not so long, a voice said, Shackles of Deception.
Wow. That's yeah.
And that's how the book, I get the name for the book.
So, I don't want to be too bold, but I have to be bold right now.
This morning,
Yes. Who deceived you? Where were you in bondage? Tell us about that.
Well, the deception, for those who read the book, I was talking about my life story because was married. I think the entire process was deception from beginning. You know, so I was made to believe in one thing and actually it was something else. And this has been my experience throughout the journey of this book. So in truth and in fact, that's what it has been. Deception from marriage till the end.
Wow. So was it, I don't want to ask the wrong question. Candace, you read the book. What, you know, I don't want to let everything out, but I want to know, you know, it's like I'm so excited to know more about, you know, yes, deception from marriage, but what happened? You know, what was the whole thing, you know?
Synopsis. There's a synopsis
in the book, yeah.
Okay, for the readers out there, just to give you a little hint of the book is about. It's about various types of abuse. You know, sometimes when women especially say that they've been abused by their partners, we always look for the physical attributes. You know, we look for the bruise, the black eye, you know, the broken bones. With me, it wasn't like that. And so mine was a silent form of abuse. And so the book describes the various types of abuse: emotional, psychological, verbal abuse. That is what this book depicts, including financial abuse and a little bit of spiritual abuse. So this book captures all of the other abuse that the public tend not to look at. So that's what it is about.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have you here, so I want you to tell me about it, you know, because we not only are we selling shackles of deception, but we're helping someone somewhere to know that, hey, there are so many other types of abuse and so many things happening to women and even men in some places, and you know, we just need to help someone somewhere, you know. So how, give me one of the scenarios. I want to get into the juicy parts of this thing. You know, give me, you know, an experience, one of the experience. Probably it could be from the book, or you know, something that you did not get to put in the book, because the book, we have what, 200 pages, 155? Yeah.
But the entire book is interesting.
Yes.
And just to be honest to the public, since I've published this book, I haven't actually read it. So whatever people tell me, I'll be able to say, okay, I bring back the story to life. Right. So if Candace, probably there's an interesting part that Candace remembers, then she could hint me and then I could probably relay the story to the public.
Okay.
One of the biggest parts that touched me was when you were abroad studying at the time. You know, you had to come back because of the issue with the car. So yeah, you could probably give that story.
Okay.
And you know, why? Because for the entire, when I was reading the book, for the entire time I was like, why, you know? Why, you know, how come she haven't gained strength as yet, you know? But I commend you, because God really gave you strength to continue, you know, being a strong, independent woman that, you know, could bless others.
I want to say to the public that for those who would have read the book, it's not that I lack strength. I wouldn't say I lack strength. I think I was actually listening to God's direction, and I wanted Him to lead me throughout everything because I knew He had a plan for me, and I wanted to be obedient to that plan. So some persons might look at it and say I was weak, but actually I was actually waiting on God to tell me what to do, and I was just following His footsteps because, as I said before, had I not written this book, I would not have been able to touch so many lives. Had I not gone through the experiences I went through, I would not be able to help others. And so it's not that I was weak, it's just that I was being obedient to God and what He wanted me to do. Yes, I knew, and there was a point in time I could get, so any point in time I wanted, I could have left. But because I was so attuned and so close to God, I wanted Him to tell me when my time is up. And so this is why I continue to persevere all these years, waiting for Him to say, yes, you've done what I've told you to do, you can now leave. Right, so I just wanted to put that in for Candice. It's not that I did not have strength. I was depending on God because He is my strength, all in all. And the incident that she pointed out, I was trying to find out.
I was waiting on that video. I'm patient, and I'm sure everybody's sitting down waiting. Listen, we want to hear this.
I was trying to remember the chapter so that those who have the book, they can probably look at it as we speak. That chapter was where, you know, my and for the purpose of the public, I'm just going to refer to the same name in the book, Jeff. My ex-husband, there was some financial issues and he had to find money immediately, and I guess the only last resort was my car. You know, he wanted to sell my car in order to, you know, pay off his debts or whatever, stuff like that. I was in Barbados at the point in time when he called, and when he called we were really not on good footing. You know, he hardly called me when I was in Barbados studying. That was mentioned in the book. And so when he finally called me, you know, I knew what he wanted because his custom was he called me only when he wanted something from me. So when he called, I knew immediately it's something he wanted. He wasn't calling me just of interest to find out how I'm going. It was of something. So when he said, oh, he wanted me to sell the car, he wanted me to find a lawyer in Barbados and get the lawyer to for me to sign over the car into his name and fax it so that he'll have the car sold in Trinidad, I was very, very disturbed about that. As a matter of fact, I had exam that same day when he called, and so I was really not focusing on, you know, my exam. I was just focusing on why does he want to sell my car? Why is he calling me at this point in time just to sell a car abruptly, you know, like that? And so that same afternoon, I went straight to the airport, boarded a plane, and came back to Tobago because I wanted to ensure that he didn't sell my car. This was the only thing I think I had physically in my name, and so I didn't really want to let it go that easily. So I came back home. Tried to persuade him not to sell my car. Of course he couldn't sell it, it was in my name, so of course I had to give all the authorization and stuff to do that. So I guess if he did it would have been illegal.
Yes.
However, I think he did try to sell it illegally, and I think that is where he had to summon me because the dealers were not accepting it without my confirmation that it was into my name, you know, signed over into his name. And so when I came home and I tried to persuade him not to, you know, it seemed like, okay, he was okay with it, you know, and coming on to the day before or 2 days before I went back to Barbados, the heat started building up. And I just want to read the listeners out there to know that abuse is a cycle. You can know when somebody's going to lash out. You can know when something is going to happen. And so I was feeling this cycle building up. So I knew that, you know, he was quiet from when I landed in Tobago until 2 days before my departure is when he started acting up. And one night I remember in question, he was sitting on the chair. I know that's what kind of here.
Yeah, but I want to hear it too. I didn't read the book, you know.
He was sitting on the chair, and he was like, Stace, you really have to sell that car. And I said, I'm not selling you that car. And I went in the room, very, you know, you're feeling brave and good that you stand up and not selling a car. You know, this way, you're not selling a car when you walk in the room. But something telling me that the environment was not healthy. So I locked the door. The kids were sleeping, so I locked my bedroom door. And I went in. And I lied down on the bed. Before I even just closed my eyes, a voice said to me, it's not worth it. It's just material there. Give him the car. It's not worth your life. So I got up and I went out. Well, I know before I did that, I know Candice want me to describe the thing. I would not describe it. I want the persons to read it. No.
I want to, because remember, we're just selling a little bit here. And the thing is, first, I can imagine people in their kitchen just, the pot, they're not even stirring the pot, the spoon, they have the spoon, they're just waiting to get. So, and me, I'm just anticipating, you understand? This is not lifetime. This is real. This happens, yeah, this is real time. This is happening to somebody somewhere, and they need to hear it. And they need to hear it. Well, me too, I need to hear it too. You know, but it's real, it's real. I know the realities exist with people like this, and your story and your strength through the story will help someone this morning. Yeah. So you're on the bed. Yeah, let me do a little rewind here.
No, I'm going to rewind right back before I went into bed, right? And the voice told me, because that's what Candice wanted to hear. Because when he was sitting on the chair, it's like I was seeing a stranger, and I don't want to use any other word. I was seeing a stranger. It wasn't the same person because his whole facial appearance, everything was different. His eyes was bloodshot red. You know, he was just looking. I don't want to use the word demonic because I really don't. I've never seen a demon before, but I'm saying it was looking evil.
Yes,
as I said.
it was.
As I said, the environment was unhealthy.
Yeah, you felt the difference.
Yeah, you felt the tension. There was something different in that environment.
Right.
And that's when I went in the room, right? And the spirit says, you know, your life is not worth it. That's when I came out and I said, you know what? Give me a pen. I'll sign a paper for you.
Right.
And no sooner had I signed the paper, he just dashed out. That was it. Dashed out to go and have the car sold the following morning. Wow.
I just want to ask so many questions about this person. You know, how long have you been married? Did you mention that earlier on?
No, I didn't. I've been married for 9 years, but we've been together could be about approximately 10 or 9, roughly. So I've known him a good long while.
Yeah. All right. And you have children?
Yes, we have 2 children.
2 children. How old are they? Oh, how old were they within that period? Were they young?
Yeah, they're young. Presently they're 14 and 11.
Okay.
So they stopped track about 5 years from that.
Right. And within the time you wrote the book, what was the time frame? So let's say the book came out in last year March, you said, right? So was it last year was what, 2016? Like I started to forget now. Last year was 2016. So let's say did this happen in 2010? You know, from 2020 go back or something like that?
You mean the events of the book?
Yeah, the events of the book.
You could say roughly around 2010.
Wow, I got that right.
Yes, so you are correct. Yes, 2010.
Okay.
But it took me actually to complete the entire book, I would say 3+ months. Because I was just behind it because I was, as I said, I was led by the Holy Spirit to complete this book. Yeah. So I was just dedicated all my time to completing this book.
So within that 9-year period, was it all bad, or was it just, let's say, probably from year 4 to 9? You know, you understand? I'm just trying to understand. You know, when you started to compile these things, or was it just a really bad experience for you?
It was a bad experience, but let me just say this to the public. Before I got married,
yes,
my ex-husband was the kind of husband I think any woman would want to have.
Right.
And so before that time, he was a gentleman.
Okay, I was not going to ask you
why.
He was
a gentleman.
Just a gentleman. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so that would have encouraged me to probably marry him because, of course, he's telling himself he's a good person. But from the same day of my marriage, and Candice will be able to testify this, from the same day of my marriage, that has been it until I left.
Wow. And it's not the first time I'm hearing something like this, you know, whereas persons would be in a relationship, you know, everything going, what do you say, hunky-dory?
Yeah.
And then it just turns to, what is it, dory hunky? You know, because of expectations. Sometimes people have certain expectations in marriage, and you think, well, the woman's supposed to do this, so you don't, and you know, it becomes this, I don't know, you can explain it better because this is your field. I've never been married, but the thing is, I hear so many stories, and I see so many people go through this as well, so that I understand sometimes, but why does it happen? Why has there been a study to show why things like these happen?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's about expectations, because sometimes when couples get married, they don't really iron out what is it they expect from each other after marriage. It's just like, okay, we're just marrying because we love each other, and then after is where you have the differences in opinions coming to be, and some persons can take it, some can't, because some persons are more strong-minded and opinionated and they want their opinions to be heard, and so you have all these conflict and stuff together. So I think that is the number one thing for some persons. For other persons, it could be ulterior motive. Some persons marry you because they already have in plan what they want to get from you. You know, so and I would cast mine as that. I don't know how else I would cast mine as that, you know, because he might have planned out what he wanted to do with my life, unknowing to me.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
It still goes back to expectations.
Yes, it does. That's interesting. I'm gonna open the phone lines. 639-8952-6604-895. I know the suspense, you know, just leave the lentils, let it bubble a little bit more. You could give us a call, you know. Probably you want to ask a question. Probably you have been encouraged by Dr. Murray's testimony and her book, Shackles of Deception. So 639-8952-6604-895. I'm going to open it. We have about 6 more minutes left in our People Helping People segment, but Dr. Murray will be here with us until our pep talk. We're going to talk some more good stuff. I want to get into a chapter. Yes, Candice.
So I have a question. When is part 2 coming out? Because I have finished part 1 actually in a day. So I need part 2, 3, 4, 5, the whole list. So when is it?
As I said, I don't really want to give a time frame because I do everything by God, the guidance of God. He's the one who told me when to publish this and everything. So I just want him, when it's time, when the time is right, he will give me the hints, okay, it's time to start the other book. But I do have things that I want to put in the other book, but it's up to him to sanction whether I should or should not.
Yes.
You know? So I leave it up to him.
Excellent. That's good direction there. I want to, I've seen there's a part in the table of contents that says stubborn to death. Tell us about that. You know, it's like, I want to hear about that. Stubborn to death. Just a little bit.
I think that probably was when he told me to leave and I refused to leave, because there was a point in time when, you know, things were just getting, you know, out of hand. We quarreled basically every single day, every single time we see each other. And I think it went to a point where he says, you know, I think you should leave, you know, because I'm going to bring in, you know, he's going to bring in a woman, whatever, you know, those kind of stuff.
He said that to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well then bring the woman and all of us will have one big happy family home here. I think that's basically what that chapter is about. I refused to leave despite the treatment that wasn't met out to me. That's a synopsis of the chapter. If you need to have the details, because it's really juicy, and I just want to encourage the public that, you know, no lifetime movie can have a story as this. And so you need to read the chapters for yourself, because you need to feel the mood, you need to feel me when you're reading it, so you can understand what I'm saying.
Wow, excellent. Alright, so where can persons get this book, Dr. Murray?
Alright, this book is available at all Nigel Khan's bookstore in Trinidad. So all the Nigel Khan bookstore in Trinidad is available there. It's also available ebook for those of you who want to probably read on your tablet or your mobile while you're going around, and you can get it at www.stacymurraybooks.com.
But I'm a bit disappointed because I'm not hearing anything about it available in Tobago.
Not as yet. It's soon to come. It's soon to come.
Okay, good. So I'm looking forward to that. Please inform us when that is happening, of course. Any other questions, Candice? I want to ask so many things, but then I will just end up talking about the entire book and giving out all the details. But your story, of course, is one that's worth telling, you know?
So, how, since after the separation and all of that, how has your life changed? What is there a drastic change, or are you happier, or?
Yeah, Yes, very good question, Candace.
Yes, I'm 100% happier now. I can say that. And I could say that because during my marriage, and I'll tell a lot of person, I couldn't separate my emotions. I had one. You know, when people have this happiness, you know what, how you expect to express yourself when you're happy. When you're sad, you know how to express. I had one emotion for every single one. So happy, sadness, everything was in one. So people couldn't tell when I was happy, people couldn't tell when I was sad, people couldn't tell when I was angry, because I just had one flat emotion for everything.
Wow.
And so after I left, I can tell you, I've experienced all these emotions. You know, I know how it is to be happy and be genuinely happy without just putting on a fake smile for people to feel everything is okay. I can actually do that. If I'm unhappy, I know how to feel unhappy, and so I could say, Candace, yes, my life has changed positively since I left.
Excellent. That's good. You have definitely held on to positive expectation, and it's good to have, you know, when you said that, it's like, I can't even imagine how it is to have one emotion, you know. I'm really happy for you, because trust me, happy is healthy. Smiling is a great exercise to spread the joy, and your joy through your story is God. You know, you listening and waiting. You know, tell us about even some of that. Give us a little synopsis. Synopsis is the key word here. We have a call. As a matter of fact, we have a call too. And I was just about to take the phone lines off. Good morning and welcome to Holding On to Positive Expectations. Alright, I think we lost that one. No problem, I wasn't paying attention to the phone lines. Tell us about that experience with God and listening.
I guess that started when I got baptized in the Adventist faith. I guess the pressures of the marriage and everything, I really had no friends, to be honest. And so I was actually in a vacuum. And you were looking for someone who can understand you, who could relate to it, not somebody who can just go and broadcast your information to the whole world. And so this is where the voice starts speaking to me, you know, and I start listening, and I recognize that every time the voice guided me to something, I always turned out good. And so I learned to depend on this voice, and that's where it started. I just learned to depend on it, because I know for sure I can trust this voice. Yeah. If I say ask God X, Y, Z, He will give me an answer, and that is something I actually look forward to. That is something I felt so overwhelmed knowing that I am a person who can ask God for this and He can answer me and give me something else. So I just put all my trust, 100% trust in Him.
That's it. That's all we need to do. Once you put that and you make that investment into it, that's it. Because God knows that that you are totally dependent on Him. We have a call again. Let's take this before we wrap up. Good morning and welcome to Holding On to Positive Expectations. Hello. Hello, good morning. Alright. I'm hoping we're not getting the problems as last week when we had the callers. Yeah. Alright. Nonetheless.
So Dr. Marie, what advice would you give to someone who is going through the same, who is experiencing some sort of
physical, mental, you list them out, the abuse, you said there are different types of abuse, so list them out and encourage someone as we wrap up our People Helping People segment this morning.
Well, advice is something I wouldn't really give, but I could just give you some words of encouragement. Because everybody's situation is different, and I can't tell one person do this because you might end up in something more dangerous than helpful to you. But what I can say though is that if you're really and truly a person who loves God, if you're really and truly a person who says that, you know, God is the God who came and died for you, I'm telling you this morning, you need to find God. You need to trust Him. You know, it's sometimes just forget about what other persons will say. Come closer, draw closer to Him, give your whole self to Him, and listen to that still voice. He will guide you. He will tell you exactly what to do, just as He did for me. I know He can do for a lot of persons. Sometimes we're so distracted by so many things around us that we don't even hear. Sometimes you need to put aside time. If you have to lock yourself in your toilet just to hear His voice, then you need to do that. He will speak to you, and I could guarantee you that He will tell you exactly what to do. He's the only one who can guide you out through this process so that you could end up safe at the end of the day.
Excellent. Well said. I don't think we need to say anything more. That was Dr. Stacy Murray and the book entitled Shackles of Deception Part 1. Unfortunately, it's not available in Tobago. Tell us online.
www.stacymurraybooks.com. That's STACYMURRAYBOOKS.com.
And it's available at Nigel
Nigel Archive Bookstore. You can order it also if you want a lowlands more in Tobago. Through Nigel Cans.
Right, excellent. Wonderful stories. Shackles of Deception from Egypt to the Promised Land. This copy is mine, by the way.
It's already signed.
Oh, oh my. That's okay. I'm gonna grab one of this. And one of the things I'm interested in is some audiobooks. Because most times I am on the go, and to just plug in my headphones or something, put in a CD or a MP3 or something, and just listen to the book. The stories. I might miss the traffic lights because I'm so into the
Trust me, it's really good.
Yeah, because this morning I was so captivated by it. But that's how we wrap up this morning's People Helping People segment. Of course, it's such a wonderful privilege to have you here with us, Dr. Murray, and you sharing your story with us.
Yes, thank you.
I wish you all the best. Take good care and keep strong. Keep holding on to positive expectations, and of course, keep holding on to Jesus.